Hi everyone, welcome to Numeriq Learning. Welcome to Do Math with me, and today is 47th day that we are practicing problems. Without any delay, get your notebooks and let's get started. So the first question is, the angle of depression of a car parked on a road from the top of a 150-meter high tower is 30 degrees. Find the distance of the car from the tower. So let's draw the diagram. Okay, so the angle of depression of a car parked on the road. Suppose this is the car, okay, which is parked on the road, right? The angle of depression of a car parked on the road from the top of a 150 meter high tower. Let's draw the tower. So suppose this is the 150 meter high tower, right? 150 meters is the height of this tower. And the angle of depression of the car, that means the observer is at the top, okay, the observer is here, and with respect to the horizontal, the angle at which he is looking at the car which is parked on the road is 30 degrees. So let's draw a line. So this is a straight line from the point at the top of the tower onto the car. So always mark the angle of depression will always be with respect to the horizontal. So you draw an horizontal and then this is your angle of depression, which is 30 degrees. Okay. Find the distance of the car from the tower in meters. You have to find this distance. Okay. So let this be A. Let this be B. Okay. And see, you have this horizontal line which is parallel to the ground, and you have the formation of Z, right? Whenever you have a formation of Z, that is two parallel lines and one line of intersection, then these two angles, the alternate interior angles, are always equal. Therefore, this is also 30 degrees. Okay, so you can write this. All the details have to be written. So you can write, let AB be the tower of height 150 meter, right? And the angle of depression, so you can say this, probably it's A dash. Okay, so angle ACB is equal to 30 degree, because you can write the answer as, the reason as alternate interior angle. Alternate interior angle. Okay, now you have to find the distance between the car and the tower. Let it be X. So you can write, let X be the distance of the car from the tower. Okay. Now you are given this triangle, and here you can see that this is your angle theta, right? The side which is right in front of your reference angle theta happens to be a perpendicular. So this is your perpendicular. This is your 90 degrees. So here this is your hypotenuse and this is your base. Okay. Now you have to find your base. You are given perpendicular. Okay. You know your theta angle. So when you know your perpendicular, and if you have to find your base, you have to use your tan, trigonometric ratio called tan. Okay, so let's do it. In triangle ABC, we know that tan 30 is equal to P by B. What is P by B? P is perpendicular by base. Perpendicular is nothing but AB divided by BC. Okay, and then we can substitute. What is tan 30? 1 by root 3 is equal to, what is your AB? 150 divided by, what is your BC? Distance between the car and the tower, X. Cross multiply, X is equal to 150 root 3 meter. That's your answer. So therefore, X is nothing but the distance of the car from the tower, right? That's all. This is your final answer. See how easy it is. So let's practice more questions of similar type. Moving on to the next question. Yes. A statue 1.6 meter tall stands on the top of a pedestal. Okay, so let's draw a statue of 1.6 meters. So this is your, say, statue. Okay, 1.6 meters. It stands on top of a pedestal. Okay, so this is let's draw a pedestal as well. Right? This is your pedestal. From a point on the ground. So from a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the top of the statue, the angle of elevation of the top of the statue. So this is your top of the statue. Say, okay. Let me draw it more accurately. Yeah. The angle from a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the top of the statue is 60 degree. And from the same point, the angle of elevation of the top of the pedestal is 45 degree. So this is the angle of elevation of the top of the pedestal with respect to the horizontal. So this is your horizontal, right? Now let us mark the angles. So the first one is, this is 1.6 meter high statue. Okay, so this is your statue and this is your pedestal. Right? What is it given? The angle of, okay, so the statue, we have drawn the statue, stands on top of a pedestal is done. From a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the top of the statue is 60 degree. So let's mark, this is your 60 degree. And from the same point, the angle of elevation of the top of the pedestal is 45 degree. This is also done. Find the height of the pedestal. This height is what you have to find. Height. Right? And let this distance be x. Okay, you can write let this distance be x. And mark A, say this is B, C and D. Now it's very easy. First of all, let us take the smaller triangle. Okay. What is the smaller right angle triangle? This is your right angle triangle. You can see two right angle triangles. Which are they? One is BDC, the other one is ADC. Okay. Let's take the triangle BDC. So what you have to calculate is height h of the smaller triangle, isn't it? So let in triangle BDC. Okay. We know tan 45. What is tan 45 degree? It is P by B. What is your P here? See, only look at this. What is your P? It's H. What is your B? It is X. Okay, so tan 45 is nothing but P by B. That is P is nothing but your BC. By base is nothing but your CD, which is nothing but H by X. Okay, tan 45 is 1. So 1 is equal to H by X. Cross multiply, you will get X is equal to H. Let this be equation 1. Now let's take the bigger triangle. In triangle ADC, what is your tan 60? See here. You have again, X is common, right? This is your perpendicular. This is your base. Apply tan 60. So tan 60 is equal to your perpendicular is AC by CD. What is your AC? 1.6 plus H. 1.6 meters plus H. 1.6 plus H meters divided by CD is X. What is tan 60? Root 3. Cross multiply. What is X? From 1, we can replace X with H. Right? So root 3 multiplied by X. In place of X, I'll write H because X is equal to H. So when I cross multiply, in place of X, I'm going to write H. Right? Is equal to 1.6 plus H. Take H to one side. So root 3H minus H is equal to 1.6. Take H common out. You'll have root 3 minus 1 is equal to 1.6. So what is small letter h? 1.6 divided by root 3 minus 1 multiplied by root 3 plus 1 by root 3 plus 1. So what is h here? 1.6 multiplied by root 3 plus 1 divided by a minus b into a plus b. A square minus b square. So h is equal to 1.6 multiplied by root 3 plus 1 divided by 3 minus 1. Root 3 the whole square is 3. 3 minus 1. So h is equal to 1.6 multiplied by root 3 plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, so 1.6 divided by 2 is 2 8s are 16. 0.8 multiplied by, in the question, in case you can either leave it like this, 0.8 into root 3 plus 1. Okay, that is your H, meters. Or if you are asked to take the value of root 3 as 1.73, suppose you are given in the question, take root 3 as 1.73. In that case, you have to just substitute 1.73 in place of this. Okay, so you have to calculate 0.8 into 1.73 plus 1. So 0.8 multiplied by 2.73 meters. Multiply whatever is the answer. Take 3 decimal places and you have to, that's your final answer. Right? But otherwise, if you're not given, so in this question, we were not given to take root 3 as 1.73. So we can just leave it as it is. So this is your final answer. Okay. Let's do another question. Yes. This is a very good question. Let us mark it as important. Okay. What is the question now? A 7-meter long flagstaff is fixed on top of a tower standing on a horizontal plane. From a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the top and bottom of the flagstaff are 60 and 45 degree respectively. Find the height of the tower. Take up to 1 decimal place root 3 equal to 1.73. Okay, let's draw the diagram. A 7-meter long flagstaff, right? Okay, so this is your, let's draw, this is your, say, flagstaff. Okay, let me redraw it. So 7-meter flagstaff is fixed on top of a tower. Okay, this is your tower. Okay, so this is your 7 meters flagstaff. Okay, let us draw like this. Okay, 7-meter flagstaff is fixed on top of a tower standing on a horizontal plane. From a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the top and bottom of the flagstaff. First of all, let's draw the top. This is the angle of elevation of the top of the flagstaff. Draw the horizontal and the same angle of elevation to the bottom of the flagstaff. Okay, so what is it for the top of the flagstaff? It is 60 degree. This is 60 degree and the smaller one is, what is the smaller angle? 45 degree. Right? Find the height of the tower. So this is, you have to find the height of this tower. So this is your tower and this is your flagstaff. Right? Let us mark the points, namely P, Q, R, S. And let the distance between the observer and the tower be X. This is your right angle. Okay. So as you know, this is always your hypotenuse. Both of these are hypotenuse. This is your perpendicular because it's right in front of your theta, and this happens to be your base. Okay. Now what do you have to calculate? You have to find the height of the tower. You can see 2 right angles here. The first right angle is which one? PSR or PRS. The second right angle is QSR, right? In QSR, what is theta? Theta is 45. In the bigger right angle triangle, that is PRS or PSR, what is theta? It is 60. So using both these triangles, what is the common side? It is X. Okay, so let us find out. Now, firstly, let's take the smaller right angle triangle. So in triangle QRS, okay, QRS, what is tan 45? Tan 45 is P by B. P is nothing but your height of the tower, right? So QR by RS, right? This is perpendicular by base. Tan 45 is 1. 1 is equal to what is QR? Height of the tower which we have to find. Divided by SR is nothing but X. So X equal to H. Let this be equation 1. Now let us take the bigger right angle triangle. Okay. So in triangle PRS? Tan 60. Again, it's tan 60 because it's perpendicular by base, P by B. PR is the perpendicular, base is nothing but again your RS. What is tan 60 root 3 is equal to what is PR? Look here, what is your PR? It is 7 plus H, isn't it? 7 plus the height of the tower. So PR is 7 plus H divided by RS is nothing but your X. Cross multiply, root 3 multiplied by X equal to 7 plus H. So from equation 1, I will replace X with H. So root 3 into H is equal to 7 plus H. Take H to one side, root 3H minus H equal to 7. Very similar to what we did just some time back. Take H common out, root 3 minus 1 equal to 7. So H is equal to 7 by root 3 minus 1. Right? You can rationalize the denominator by removing the root, multiply numerator and denominator by root 3 plus 1. So what do you get? 7 multiplied by root 3 plus 1 divided by a minus b into a plus b. So a square minus b square. Root 3 the whole square is 3. 3 minus 1 which is 2. Okay, so here 7 by 2 is 3.5 multiplied by 1.73 plus 1. Why am I taking 1.73? Because in the question it is given. Use root 3 as 1.73. So your H is equal to 3.5 multiplied by 1.73 plus 1, 2.73 is your H. Let's calculate. So 273 multiplied by 35, 15, 13, 9, 1, 8. So 5. What do you get? So 3 decimal places I have to remove. It's 9.75, right? 9.55, I'm sorry. So the answer is 9.55 meters is your height of the tower. Okay, so this is therefore you can write therefore the height of the tower H is equal to 9.55 meters. Is it clear? So this is how you have to do questions related to applications of trigonometry. So these are very, very good questions. I hope it's clear. Please make sure you do every question. Look at the video, see the video, try to understand. Do check out my previous videos in Do Math With Me, or you can check the chapter itself, that is Introduction to Trigonometry, the 8th chapter. I have put a playlist. We have solved a lot of questions. Do check that out if you haven't, and practice a lot of problems. If you have any doubts, do write to me in the comments and I'll definitely reply to you. Happy learning, and let's continue this for a very long time on an everyday basis. So practice consistently, do a lot of questions, and only it will be super helpful for you during your board exams. Happy learning. Thank you so much.